Both of these players are going to be traveling to DreamHack Dallas in the next couple of days for that big event on the horizon. And here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Club NV. It is Creator. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Red Terran player representing Cloud9. It is GuMiho. Again, Creator eliminated Solar to make it this far, to make it into the semifinals. Did take down another big, heavy hitter. But now it's up against a Terran player. Now, different matchup entirely. Curious to see how Creator has approached this. Historically, Creator has been very fond of Storm play and a more gateway-heavy composition, but I'm curious how he approaches GuMiho. More often than not, Creator goes for Blink-based openers or Twilight Council / Robo-based openers, less so Stargate. But that was of, a couple of months ago at the start of the year where we were able to cast a little bit more Creator. Nowadays, I'm curious how Creator has adapted and adjusted in the new patch, in the new map pool. As GuMiho is opening up double gas opener, going for a factory as a follow-up. We'll have a delayed command center as the probe is going to be zoned away. And the factory should soon be thrown down. So we have a more aggressive opener here by GuMiho. Now, what is scary, and we've been casting a lot of GuMiho as of late. We casted him at Stars War 11. That was 2 weeks ago. That was an offline event in China. And GuMiho did fairly well for himself. And if you remember, GuMiho had a best of 5 versus Showtime in a Terran versus Protoss. And if you missed out on the event, I highly recommend watching the VODs. We have the VODs on Twitch and on YouTube. GuMiho played mech. GuMiho, he meched it up against Showtime, and he beat him. He was able to win that series and did win some games with mech. GuMiho also lost some games with mech, to be fair. It was not the cleanest of series. It went all the way to the ace match against Showtime. It was a beautiful best of 5. But GuMiho did whip out some mech. So I'm curious if he will do the same here versus Creator, at least at some point in this series. Again, mech is a rare thing against Protoss, but a couple of Terran players have been dabbling in it. GuMiho's one, Maru's the other. Again, if you watch Stars War 11, you would have seen Maru play mech as well. They both meched it up over that weekend against Protoss. As we do have a Twilight Council opener from Creator. Twilight Council from our Protoss working towards Blink. Again, historically we've seen that Creator is more fond of either a Twilight Council or a Robo-based opener in this matchup. We'll point out whenever there's a Stargate. Back at home, we do have Reactored Reaper Hellion from GuMiho. Something a little bit more standard here. We didn't see this at all from Oliveira in his series. We saw a lot of mine openers into drop play with Cyclones. Here it's going to be Reactored Reaper Hellion. With this, GuMiho, his goal is to get into a mineral line and to roast up some probes. The Adept does move out. Ooh, we do not, thankfully. We cancel the Shade. Hallucination's going for the Scout, and GuMiho is diving on into the Natural. And we go for the Sentry. Sentry is going to fall. We bleed out in a Reaper already. Reaper goes down, Adept does fall. The probes are under fire. GuMiho getting a bit done here already, getting even more. We got 3 probes in the Natural base. Reapers, they do just outposition that Stalker, pulling it left and right, getting a 4th probe, busting into the main. And can we get another? 4 probes so far. Up. Getting a 5th and a 6th. And we shouldn't quite get a 7th worker, but this is already some very nice damage here from GuMiho. Gets a full Scout and some damage, getting a 7th probe towards the end. A very nice start from GuMiho. And behind this, we're building up towards a fast 3rd CC. Okay, I was not expecting this. So GuMiho being very greedy. This is a 3rd CC before Starport. My apologies, I was so fixated on the Reaper Hellion harass I didn't even notice. So GuMiho is not going for a follow-up push. He has done a lot of economic damage, and he is getting further ahead in the economy with that fast 3rd base. We're just building up tanks and bunkers, and we're just going to be fortifying ourselves and defending back at home. And thankfully, that is some more Vaxes. We're playing Bio, not Mech. Not yet. It's only game 1. I'm hoping for mech at least at some point in this series, whether it's game 2 or even game 3 if we go that far. Stalkers, they dip in. Ooh, we punish Creator. Stalker does go down. Creator, we need to calm down a little bit here. Stalker does fall. Back at home, third base is on the way. Working. It's going to be two base blink. Sorry, 2-gate blink into a third. Followed by the rest of our production. The rest of our setup. And despite the fact that GuMiho did open up economically, we're being a little bit greedy in a sense, as in we're taking up towards Banshees. It's a little bit risky just because if the Banshees get shut down, then, you know, GuMiho is going to be a little bit behind when it comes to his starport production, his medevac production specifically. The Banshees are moving out. GuMiho setting up on 2 bases, building up his Raxes, working towards Stim. Remember, Blink is done, so Creator, he can contain his opponents. He's going for the bunker once again. Repairs are going to be a little bit too late, and the bunker should fall. Or will it? The repairs are too good. It does hold on. Very nice defense here from GuMiho. Bleeds out 2 Marines, but, well, worth it. Because he does hold on. Banshee's lurking outside the natural. We activate the cloak. We're going in. And do we have any detection? We do have an observer on the way, just popping out just now, just in time. Stalkers are responding. We get 3 probes so far. Do get 3 workers, and we should shut this down. Whew. Okay, not as much damage as Oliveira. If you remember, Oliveira almost won his game by getting 12 worker kills with his first Banshee. I mean, he won the game, but like almost won it then and there. I mean, here Creator was a lot better prepared. Like very, very thankful, of course, that the Observer came out just in time. He had some Stalkers in position. Creator does defend, getting his 3rd. These Banshees have not paid for themselves yet, but at least they're still alive. They're still active, they're still out there. They can still come in and deal even more damage. There's potential. Meanwhile, Creator moving out. Our charge is done. Does have the Warp Prism. Creator going to be committing quite hard to this, actually. He does have that Gateway Explosion behind this. We catch out the Banshees. Both Banshees will fall. Yeah, it is going to be a 3-base, 8-gate all-in. Creator, he's committed. His goal here to kill GuMiho here and now. Doesn't quite get the medevac. Boys are being pulled. Where is that tank? There is no tank inside. It's just going to be the Marines and the Marauders. We're going to try to hold on. We need bunkers. Alas, there are none here at the 3rd. Creator just wait for another warp in. Never mind. Going towards a 2nd Robo and a Bay behind this. Skin reveals the 3rd. Creator trying to transition out of this. Gets a medevac. But without any Widow Mines and without any tanks, I do think we can break this. It's not going to be easy. Creator just banking up his warp-ins. Banking up his reinforcements. Trying to come in for a surround. Does get the Widow Mine. Immortal production has commenced. Charge also coming in. Very tense moment here for GuMiho. Does force back those Stalkers. Gets an Observer. Force fields are not too bad, but yeah, there's no follow-up. Creator does have to retreat. GuMiho has a massive bio army, and we're pushing. Now we have Stim, Combat Shields, Concussive Shell, +1. GuMiho going for a massive counterattack. And Creator, he has to slow this down. Shaves off a couple of Marines. Scans, there's no Colossus. There are force fields though. There are sentries. Creator's trying to keep up. And trying to pick up some of those Widow Mines. GuMiho pushing in, up in supply. Force fields are thrown down. We do shave off some of the army. But a hot pickup from GuMiho does save most of it. Overcharge is popped. And it's putting in quite a lot of work. Creator holding the line. Losing a lot of Zealots. Mainly Zealots. GuMiho shuts down, denies the 4th. Widow Mines are cleaned up. And the Colossus arrive. Okay, we've held on long enough. We have our first 2 Colossus. Creator has held. Okay, he's going to try and chase this down. Pushing down this ramp, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be easy. Scanner reveals the Warp Prism. GuMiho did spot it, is aware. Trying to bait out the army. Back up 4th base on the way. GuMiho has eyes on this as well. As Creator attempts to expand towards the center of the map. Prism comes in. And GuMiho not quite ready for this. Ah, no, we're fine. The SCVs are kept safe and sound. Prism dives into the main. We have the Liberators, and it looks like the Warped will complete, but only 2. Only 2 Zealots. Well, this does at least force GuMiho back home. As 6 SCVs, 7 SCVs go down. Creator trying to get eyes on the 4th. He's got Zealots on the left, Soldiers in the middle. Does catch a Lib. Oh, gets 2. Does catch 2 Liberators. And back at home, we're up to 3 Colossus and now Disruptors. Creator, he has successfully survived, transitioned out of his initial aggression, out of his initial all-in. But still a very close game. Creator is going for the 4th base, and GuMiho likewise going for the 4th of Creator. We're going for a base trade. 4th bases are denied, and does anyone turn back around? Or do we commit? Oh, we're committing. we're sending it, Bobby. Creator rushing into the natural. GuMiho a little bit late to the party here, going towards the 3rd. As Creator is going straight for the kill, going straight for the production. It's camping the main base, camping the production. GuMiho instead going for the economy, knocking down the 3rd, eventually the natural as well. And Creator can always recall. Bear that in mind. Nova's going to be going off. Vikings chase down Colossus, but we do survive. Keep the Colossus alive. And Creator, he does save some workers here in the Warp Prism. They are saved. As likewise, GuMiho is headed into the main base. There's nothing in the main base. There's no Disruptor waiting for him. And SCVs are also saved. We have money. We can throw down some bases for both players. Let's go. So the base trade is under full swing and both players can survive it. What about the size of the armies here? We have 2 Disruptors, 3 Colossus. In a head-on fight, I think I like Creator, especially with his Disruptors. There are only 2 Liberators for GuMiho, and his army is actually becoming a bit oversimmed. Like, the medevacs are out of energy. Medevacs are out of energy here. Rax is floating back home. Buildings are running out. Creator, we need a Nexus soon, buddy. We need. I mean, we have a couple of pylons thrown around, but Creator will need Nexus. We're now pushing on 40s, racing back home. Here we go. Creator trying to push into his own base. Now GuMiho's. There's a Nexus towards the south. Never goes off. Takes down 1 Marauder. Remember, we have another Disruptor. Bunkers are finishing up. Liberation zones are set up as well. Colossus have arrived. The Immortals, oh, going for the bunker. Not a bad Nova. The first bunker goes down. Oh, the Immortals, they almost overextend. Creator does keep it alive. Popping up there from Creator. And now he's within range of the bunker. GuMiho trying to repair, trying to keep it alive. He has finite resources. Look at the army tab. Have a good amount of bios, still topping up, still not at full HP. Up, up. Oh my god, lip shots. Calm down. Nova goes off. We catch the SCVs. And the bunker has been broken. The salvage does not finish it. Does barely not finish in time. Whew. And now we stand off. We have hallucinated Archons. They can tank some Liberator shots. The first 2. And they do tank them. We dive on in. We focus on the Liberators immediately. The Colossus, they're going ham. Nova's not quite going off. And it looks like we have too much Protoss. Too much Creator. He breaks through the main army. And Creator, he will take this base trade. There's nothing left. GG gets up. I think GuMiho, he's asking if he has an economy. He's asking if there's mining. There is. GG gets called, and Creator takes game 1. Ooh, GG. Ooh. Again, if Creator didn't have any mining, and if he didn't have the ability to make a Stargate and make Phoenixes, then technically GuMiho could force a draw. So GuMiho was just confirming, like, is it possible to draw it? No. Okay. GG. GG, well played. Creator does take the first game. Whew. Very, very chaotic game as well. Again, we saw some aggression out of Creator initially, followed by GuMiho, very back and forth. We made it into almost maxed out armies, and then we embraced the base trade. Creator did come out on top. Now we're diving into game number 2. Let's go. The old saying of never base trade a Terran is now the never base trade a Protoss. I mean, Protoss, their advantage in base trades, I mean, we didn't see it here, is the recall. Like, recall is pretty huge in base trades. It's a pretty big deal. Didn't come into play, and the floated buildings did not matter for GuMiho, and now we're getting into our next game, into game number 2, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have our blue Protoss player representing Club NV, leading the series 1-0. 1 game away from making it to the grand finals. Can he close it out here and now? It is Creator. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Terran player representing Cloud9, down in this series, but looking to bounce back and force that ace match. It is GuMiho. Saving the Prism was clutch. It was very clutch. He was able to save, what was it, like 5 to 6 probes in that Prism, able to throw down that Nexus. I mean, there were still buildings out on the map, but it was mainly about having an economy, being able to have an economy to be able to, again, create that anti-air, create those air units to make sure that there was no draw. So very nicely done there by Creator. As we're settling into our game. Once again, double gas opener from GuMiho. Gonna be racks into factory, and we're loading into Ghost River. Uh-oh. Okay. Now, if you remember the last time we were here in a PvT, Oliveira went for a 1 base all-in. Now, I'm not saying we have to see 1 base all-in at a GuMiho, but we speak about this all the time. We bring this up all the time for Ghost River. Aggression is favored. Aggression is difficult to deal with on this map, and my eyes are definitely on GuMiho to see how hard he commits. See his starport timing, his second CC, his third CC as well. Keep an eye on GuMiho. Likewise, I imagine Creator is going to open up Twilight Council. Like, it's a safer way to play, opening up Blink with Stalkers. It's so risky opening up Stargate on this map. We saw Classic punished for his Stargate opener against Oliveira. We'll see. We shall see. As our first Reaper is moving out. Trying to get a read on what's going on. There is the command center on the way for GuMiho. CC on the high ground. Again, because of the short rush distance by ground, it is not uncommon for the Protoss player to make a Zealot first. To send it across the map, and to delay your command center. So, again, very safe play here from GuMiho. Something that you would do on this map and not on many others. And we have our tech of choice, Twilight Council opener. Okay, so it's going to be Blink from Creator. Whether it's 2-gate Blink, 3-gate Blink, or 4-gate Blink, yet to be determined. We'll keep an eye on the gateway count from our Protoss player to see how aggressive or defensive he wants to be. If you recall, in the last game, it was 2-gate Blink into a 3rd. Meanwhile, back at home, GuMiho getting into his 1-1-1. Ooh, going for a fast tech lab, going into fast tank production. Okay. Interesting. We're going... Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. We cancelled for a moment, restarted. We're going for a tank drop. We're going for a very early push. I believe this is designed to punish this area here. To focus down this pylon, to depower all of the tech, actually, as it's all in the same area, all in the same location. GuMiho does confirm that the Twilight Council is in position. It is Blink. And we can see that additional gateways are on the way. So it is not 2-gate Blink, it is 3-gate Blink Stalkers for now. So 3-gate Blink from Creator He will have a lot more stalkers to work with. This is a very safe way to play from the side of the Protoss player. 3-gate blink will also give you map control as well once you deflect the first push. The Adepts move out. They do confirm the drop. You can see GuMiho making a beeline for that pylon. He is spotted. Creator is aware, and he's coming in with his stalkers. GuMiho trying to make his way. He's intercepted. Marines are being shaved off out of range of the medevac. Oh! At the same time, though, we bleed out Adepts. 2 Adepts go down. But we're buying time for warp-ins, and we're slowing down the push. There's that warp-in in the main. 3 stalkers. And you can see the Creator, he already has a backup pylon and another backup pylon as well, just in case. Keeping everything powered. One gateway is going to be depowered though. First pylon falls. And with that, GuMiho, yeah, he's going to get the hell out of here. I do like this, a really mature decision. He's gotten some damage done, but again, the chances are the Creator's going to be ready for this. Oh, as we threaten to drop into the main. Oh, and back at home, we're settling into our 3-1-1 setup. 3 Vaxes, 1 factory, 1 starport. Tanks are amassing. Drop not quite committing yet. And there are stalkers in position, so hopefully GuMiho doesn't commit. This medevac is so low, 1 volley is all it takes to bring it down. And across the map, Creator, he's coming in with his own harass. Remember, he has blink, he has 3 gateways, and he has high ground vision. Ooh, he can try and deny combat shields. There is a tank, so I don't think we can get stim. But combat shields is going to be denied. We can focus it down. Again, thankfully it wasn't stim being researched. It should be safe and sound. So Creator, let's pull back. Drop still active. Still out there. Rotating around towards the right-hand side. No bunker on the low ground. The tanks are looking a bit exposed. We could try to dive into the natural. We're going for it. Here we go for the dive. First tank goes down. Second tank going to be going down as well. The Prism gets into the main base for a warp in. Okay, to micro. And we will be able to juggle our stalkers. We keep every stalker alive, just barely. Oh, I spoke too soon. 1 stalker, 2 stalkers go down. 2 stalkers barely go down. Across the map, drop comes in. Boys are being pulled. Tank does siege. We get 7 SCVs. Creator is being forced back. 6 probes go down. We have the overcharge. We have the shield battery. Medevac goes down. Creator will defend. Now we can focus on his push. And remember, there are 0 tanks. 0 tanks. 0 bunkers. Very little to defend. GuMiho, he's in a bit of trouble here. Stim is 10 seconds away. You can see without Stim, the Bio Army having a hard time. We shave off almost all the Marines. Ooh. Medevac goes down as well. Creator trying to force the issue. He does have a 3rd CC behind this, or 3rd Nexus. Barely saturated. Gets another Medevac. And with that medevac count going down, it means that we cannot counterattack, we cannot harass. Stim is revealed. And GuMiho should be able to hold on now. Well, as Creator, he gets the depot. Just getting as much as he can. Tank has arrived. And Creator backs off. Scan reveals saturation at the 3rd. Bay is done. Colossus on the way. Colossus is in production. Ooh, and GuMiho is going to try and stabilize. Very risky move, going for an immediate drop across the map. The probe of Creator will spot this, will confirm. At the same time, Prism dipping in. Ooh, and GuMiho does not see this. Uh-oh. Creator is getting in position. Stalkers, they bust into the main. SCVs are going down. We get 4, we get 5, we get 6, 7. Can we get 8? Up, we can. 8 SCVs for 1 stalker. GuMiho, we need to do some counter damage. He does rotate around across the map, hits the 3rd base, does focus on the pylon, denies the warp in. Well, we have a Colossus. And with the help of the Colossus, we're safe and sound. This Bio Army cannot touch the economy of Creator. Creator does defend. Second Colossus is already out. 3rd Colossus on the way. And GuMiho, he's down to 37 workers. His economy is crippled. Creator almost double the worker count. And GuMiho is so committed. Sims on forward, goes for the Colossus, does focus it down. Up! The overcharge! Keeps it alive a little bit longer. More Colossus on the way. Where is the army, by the way? Creator not taking this seriously. Or, I guess, in position for a drop in the natural. There we go, he does rotate around. Probes are falling. We're getting ever closer, but we're also running out of bio. Yeah, boys are being pulled. We collapse on top of the army. The juggling good enough. And Creator, he's shutting this down. Up! Once again, the juggling saves a Colossus. Takes out the first tank, and now there's only one tank left. We did get 16 probe kills. Again, Creator, he was in position for a drop that never came. So more damage was dealt. GuMiho evening up the work again, going for his third CC on location. Desperation third. Prism headed towards the natural. GuMiho force back. The game is settling down for a moment, but we get a DT. We don't have that many scans. But we do have a scan available. Never mind, we have two. We're good. We have scans. We shut down the DT. 3 SCVs go down. 2 more Dark Templar into the main. Trying to force out the scan. The Prism is going to go down. So we get another DT, delaying the third. Ay. We need an economy. And we only have 2 orbitals. We don't have a scan available. This one DT getting even more damage done. Getting another SCV. Oof. And unfortunately, GuMiho just can't do anything about it. Not yet. Has to wait a little bit longer. There we go. We have our next scan. And back at home, Creator, he's already working on disruptors. Disruptor production has commenced. 2 Colossus, soon to be 2 disruptors. GuMiho moving out. Still very committed. Nova goes off and takes out a Marauder. Gets a Marauder. GuMiho dropping into the natural. DT rocks up once again. Third base is denied. And we're going for that disruptor. Ooh, Nova connects. The Nova does connect. GG gets called. Creator will take it 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations, as Creator will advance on, taking down GuMiho 2-0. A very chaotic game there on Ghost River. Very back and forth, very aggressive from both players. Again, so important that Creator was able to shut down the initial tank drop of his opponent. Able to punish his opponent as well, able to punish GuMiho. Unfortunately, despite scouting the opener, GuMiho was cutting corners. GuMiho did not have a bunker back at home on the low ground. Once Creator saw that, he abused it, he dove in, he shut down 2 tanks immediately, and yeah, things were going awry for GuMiho very early on in that game. Despite that, with his own aggression, he was able to get quite a bit done as well. Things are close, but in the end, Creator does take it. GG, well played. We have our grand finals. It is going to be Creator versus Oliveira. Let's go.